Hello and welcome to the Friday edition of Katrinas Creations. Today is a huge yarn sale, and I do mean huge. It's like the whole page here. So I'll tell you the details ahead of time how this is going to work, and then we'll get started with what the yarn is. Okay, I'm going to do this the way I have in the past. It's worked well. It's basically on the honor system. If you see something you like, you contact me at KatrinasCreations@yahoo.com, and I send the yarn out to you. You give me your address, I send the yarn out to you, and then I give you a total of what it's going to be. I usually try to send you an email ahead of time to know what your yarn total is, and then in addition to that, it'll be whatever the shipping cost is. So say you buy $10 in yarn, and the shipping is $5, so then I will let you know as soon as I get it shipped out and the tracking number and what the total came to of like $15. And then you can either mail me a check, you can pay me by Venmo or PayPal. So that's how it's worked in the past, so I'm gonna stick with it. So now we will get started. And it is a first come, first served basis, so whoever contacts me first, that's what I set aside for them. So the first thing I have are 3 skeins of hand-dyed yarn. This is yarn that I actually dyed. Here's the one. This is green. And then these 2 are kind of a bubblegum pink and purple and cream. They're approximately 400 yards per skein. It's fingering weight. It is rustic, also known as scratchy yarn. It is 100% wool. So yes, it will felt. If you're looking for a felting project, here you go, because these are going to felt. So anyway, that is the first one. These are going for $4 per skein. So that's the first one. The second one I have, this is, I believe, pretty much a full skein. This was Lion brand. They don't sell it anymore. It is like a tape, what they call a tape yarn. There, you can see it. And I would say it's probably 4 or 5 weight. I don't have the label to it anymore. I don't even remember what it was called. But anyway, I'm charging what I paid for it, which was $2. So yeah, $2 for this. Like I said, I believe it's pretty much a full skein. And it does look like there's quite a bit there too, if you can see. Yeah, it's pretty tightly put together there, but it is a flat tape yarn. So it is a I'm imagining it's polyester or acrylic, something like that, but it is a woven. It is a woven tape type of yarn. So $2 for that. The next one I have, this is Malibrigo. This is Malibrigo Lace. The color is gold. There, you can see it right there. It still has the original price tag on it. So it was $8.95. I'm rounding it up to $9. Just because I bought this several years ago and you can't get it for $8.95 anymore. This is it's 207 SM Gold, and let me see if I can tell you what the yardage is on it. It is really soft, but it is a lace weight. Here it is. It's 100% baby merino wool, and there's approximately 470 yards in a 50-gram skein. So, and it's pretty kind of burgundies. There you go. I kept telling myself I would use this, but I don't really do lace weight anymore. And I had thought about spinning it together. If it doesn't sell, that might end up what happens to it. Yeah, I thought about taking 2 strands, spinning it together to make it a little bit thicker. But yeah, as I've gotten older, I don't do lace weight anymore. So anyway, this one, like I said, will be $9. Loops and threads. This is the mojito color. It is 232 yards in an 85-gram ball, which is kind of an odd size, but anyway. I believe it's 100% acrylic if I remember correctly. It is very soft. I love the colors. I just have a lot of the same color in my yarn stash. It is a DK weight. It's called Joy DK. There's the original label. So, and this one is $8. I was selling it for $9 on eBay, but that's because eBay charges so many fees that I have to mark it up a little bit just to cover the fees, otherwise I end up totally losing money. The next one I have shown before. If nobody buys it, it will probably go to one of my granddaughters because they like these colors. These are 2 skeins of Encore. They are 2 separate weights, but when you hold them together, there's not a whole lot of difference in the weight. But yeah, they have like they're gray and white barber poled, and then there's a teal in there as well, just a real faint teal. And this is the same. This one, I take it back, they're not both Encore. This one is universal, and this one has, let's see, ounces. I have ounces because apparently when they made this, it was supposed to be 328 yards, and apparently it's a slightly less than that because it's like 3/10 of an ounce shorter than what it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be a 7-ounce skein, and it's 6.72 ounces. So yeah, it's a little bit less. So I'm guessing there's somewhere around 300 yards here, and this is a bulky weight, and it's falling out of the ball band. The other one is the Plymouth Encore, and there it is. Like I said, they look like they were meant to go together. This one is what weight? This is 200 yards, and this is 100% acrylic. This one is 75% acrylic, 25% wool. And I'm thinking this is worsted weight. It says a size 8, US 8 needle or hook. Doesn't it say somewhere? Oh, here it does. It does. It's a worsted weight. So these 2 together are $10 for the 2 skeins. Next, we have one that I kept thinking I would make something with. This is a knit crate. It's 4 skeins of the same color. I absolutely love it, but I can't think of a thing to make with it. I have 4 skeins. This is called Audine Wool's Mellow, and the color is Cordial. This is a bulky weight. It is super soft. It really is. And I love the colors, and it is kind of a heather denim. There you can see it. It's beautiful yarn. It's extremely soft. It is 80% Huacaya alpaca, 20% tencel. There's 125 yards per skein. So altogether, this is 500 yards. So, and again, I'm charging what I paid for it, which would have been $25 for each 2 skeins. So if you want all 4, it's $50. Otherwise, it's $25 per 2 skeins. So, like I said, I have 4. I loved the color, and the only thing I could think to make out of it was a vest, and I already have a vest in the same color. So I couldn't see the point in that. So yeah, if nobody buys it, it will probably turn into a shawl or something like that. But anyway, there it is. So this is $50 for all 4 skeins. The next 2 skeins are Bravo yarn from Nitpicks. I have 1 skein here. This is in Bravo stripe. It's 100% premium acrylic yarn. It's a 4 weight. There's 218 yards in this skein, and this is called Twilight. I made a knitted top, and this is the skein that I did not end up using from it. So it is a full skein. And then this is the same thing. I made a project out of this, and this is leftover. and it's also the same yardage and everything, Bravo worsted weight. And this one is called Tidal Speckle. So they're both the same yardage, 218, both worsted. And I am selling them for $3 a piece. So there we go, that's those. The next one is Cascade Yarn Alisia. I think I'm probably, no, Alisian. There it is. This is a 4-weight. There are 219 yards per skein. Let's see. Trying to find what it's made with. I'm thinking it's acrylic. No, it's not acrylic. It is 60% superwash merino and 40% acrylic. But it does say machine wash on cold and tumble dry. So it is washable. And do we have a color on this? We just have a dye lot. It is color number 71, dye lot 001. It's kind of a sea glass color. So there you go. And this is $8. The next is some yarn I bought from, I believe, Hobium or Hobie. I'm not sure which one. Originally I had 10 skeins and I used 2. So there's 8 skeins here. Let me pull one out so you can see it. It is pretty yarn. It's very nice to work with. I just don't have anything that I need to use it with. It's a fingering weight. It is 20% cashmere, 40% merino, and 40% acrylic. It is very soft. It's called Gazelle Baby Wool. It's a 50-gram skein, and it's 175 meters. So I will put down here how much that is in yards, but it's 175 meters. But here is the color. It's kind of a ruby red. It's showing up more Christmas red. It's not. It is a deeper red than that. It's more ruby red. So yeah, when I hold it back here, this is closer to the color. When I pull it up close, it looks more Christmas red. So yeah, it's a deeper, kind of a garnet red or ruby red. Yeah, it's really pretty. It's very, very soft. It's nice to work with. I just don't have a project in mind for it at this point. So the whole bundle together, which is 8 skeins, is $15. Next I have another Knit Crate yarn. I only have 1 skein of this, and it is a shame because it's super soft. It is Audine Wool's Chill. I had this in some other colors that I actually used. This was one, I think it was in a mystery box or something. I'm not sure. That's the only reason I can think I have only 1 skein of it. It's called A Little Cabinetectomy. It is 90% Surrey alpaca, 10% cashmere, which explains why it is so super, super soft. It is a worsted weight and there's 150 yards. So it's a real pretty brown. So there you can see it. Has a nice halo to it and it's extremely soft. So this is $12.50. So it would be half of what the box would have sold for. So it's $12.50. Next, I have some yarn it's discontinued from Lion Brand. I love the colors. I just have absolutely nothing to wear this with. I think I bought it because I really liked the colors. Yeah. It is Lion Brand Anya, which they do not sell anymore. This is, let's see, what color, what was it about? It is a worsted weight. There's 240 yards per skein, so altogether it's 480 yards. And do we have a color on this? I hope so, because it's pretty. Do we? Yes, they have it. They have a color. It's called Your Fuchsia is Bright. And I totally get why they called it that. But yeah, it is really pretty. I bought it just because I liked it, and then it sat because I didn't know what to do with it. So yeah, altogether, the two of these together are $24 because they were initially selling for $14 per skein. Yeah, they were $14 per skein. So yeah, I'm selling it for $24. So that is that one. And then the next one is another knit crate. I have a lot of knit crate. This is Knitology. It's called Kiss. I have 2 skeins of it. There you can see it. It's reds and pinks. And let's see, Knitology, it's called Kiss. It is a superwash sport weight, 100% superwash merino sport weight yarn. There's 328 yards per skein. So that would be 656 yards altogether. I think I did that right. So next I have 2 bundles of Baroco Glee. This is not sold anymore. It is 70% wool, 30% nylon, and it says there's 6 yards here. But here's the thing, I have some out of a bundle so you can see what this actually does. This, you could knit it or crochet it as a bundle like this, because this is what it looks like. But here's what I was doing with it. You get the end and it undoes just like a sock blank. And when you undo it as a sock blank, it comes out like a single, I think it's single, yeah, like a single ply fingering weight. So yes, it does work for socks. The fiber content is okay for socks. There are some spots in the yarn where it is slightly thinner as they put it together, but it's not like very noticeable. I mean, I'm doing this, I'm not seeing a whole lot of thin spots, but there are, when you look in here, you can see a couple of thinner yarn areas because it is single ply. So you can either, like I said, knit and crochet it as a hunk or a chunk or whatever you want to call it. You can make it really thick, or you can do what I was doing with it, and I was pulling it apart and using it for some of my little hexies. So I still have this little bit left, but these 2 have never been used. So these 2 together, I am selling for $5. So they're $2.50 a piece, but they're both for $5. They're the same color. They don't look it, but they are. Those are the same bundle. So I don't know if it had a name on it for this color or not. It just has a dye lot and a color. It's color number 9533. Anyway, it's kind of burgundies and pinks and purples, and there's like a real deep, I guess it's black. I think there's black in there. So yeah, so $5 for the 2. Next I have 1 skein. This was a knit crate bundle that came out, and it was 2 different colors. It was like one of these and then another one that coordinated with it, and I didn't like the 2 of them together. But anyway, this is Knitology worsted. It's called Royal Court. This is a Brooklyn Boys knit. There you can see it, Brooklyn Boys knit. And like I said, the color is Royal Court. It's 100% superwash merino wool. It is a worsted weight. There's 225 yards in the skein. So there it is, and you can see the colors. This actually does not look too bad with the other blue bulky yarn that I showed. It's bulky and this is worsted. It actually looks pretty good, them together. But yeah, this does have some purple in it. This is purple in here, and it has some blue, it's got blue, different shades of blue you can see in here, kind of denim blues, and then it's got splashes of purple in it, and then it has kind of a gray in some spots too. It is very pretty. So this one is $12.50. I have a shawl in the ball. This is feng shui. There's the colors. It's all different shades of grays and blacks. And it is 58% cotton, 39% acrylic, and 3% other fiber. The 3% other fiber is the main cord that runs in there, and then it's kind of wrapped around it. So it is a gradient, as you can see. And it's a 4 weight, which would be worsted. And the yardage is 481 yards per skein. And I just have the 1 skein left. So that is shawl in a ball, and this is going for $8. The next is another 1 skein of Vitallana, which is also a knit crate yarn. This is Europa. It is 90% alpaca, 10% tencel. And the color is Europa. It's kind of a terracotta color, as you can see. There. I put it up close and it always looks brighter than it is. It's there. That's a little bit more accurate. So there are, it's an Aran weight, and there's 150 yards in the skein, and this is for $12.50. Next I have some Cartou yarn, which comes from Hobium. Had to think for a minute. I have 3 skeins of this Cartou. Well, I have 3 skeins in this color, and then I have another one. Okay, so I have 3 skeins of the purple, and there are 100 meters. Again, I will put how many yards that is, but there's 100 meters per skein. It is 30% wool, 70% acrylic. Yeah, and I have 3 full skeins. I used some to make a shawl, and this is what's left over. So I did a test knit, and this was the extras. So 3 skeins of that, and these are selling for $6 per skein. So if you want all 3, it's $18. And then I have another skein and a half of the gold Cartou. And this one, if you pay the $6, you get this, what's left of this one. It's probably about a half of, maybe 2/3 of a skein. This was what was left over from a project. So this one I'm just throwing in for free. When you buy this one for $6, you get this extra. Now I have some more knit crate, and this is Audine Wool's Bloom, and the color is California Poppy. It is 80% alpaca, 10% silk, and 10% camel. It is extremely soft, and it's in another terracotta kind of color. There are, let's see, this is a DK weight, and there's 231 yards per skein. So altogether it's 462 yards. And here's the funny thing. Okay, now this is a chain ply. You can see it right there. Here's the funny thing. Identical. They are pretty much identical. This was the Europa. Now this one is not chain plied. And what did I say? It's an Aran weight. This one is calling itself a DK weight. But just look at that. Yeah. Anyway. So these 2 skeins together are $25. And again, it's really soft. That's probably because of the camel in it and the silk. But yeah, it's very soft. Chain ply. So it's $25 for that. Next, I have a ton of Feels Like Butter. Or butter. This is a Lion brand yarn. I have 1 skein of white, and let me tell you a little bit about the yarn. The other color I have 7 skeins of. Let's see, the color is just called white. There are 218 yards in each skein. So here's the white, and here are the other ones that I have. They're all the same color, so I won't hold them. There's some still in the package, and then there's some that are out of the package. There we go. And this one is called Cranberry. Yeah, so there it is. That's an up close of it. Kind of looks like it's chain, but is it? Yeah, it's kind of a chain. Yeah, it kind of looks like a chain ply. It's very kind of fuzzy feeling. I bought this to make a sweater and then realized I have sweaters this color already. And so, yeah. So I have 7 skeins of Feels Like Butter, plus the white one. And those are going to be selling, let's see, the white one, this one is $3.50, and then the others, to get all 7 of them, would be $24, or if you just buy them individual, they're $3.50 a piece. So, yeah, that is the cranberry, the Feels Like Butter. Let's see, I've got a couple more still. This next one is I believe, cotton, mercerized cotton. Yes, mercerized cotton. This is Katchcha Bombay. I started to say it backwards, Bam Bomb, but no, it's Bombay. Katchcha Bombay. I have 3 skeins. This one has the ball band. This one, the ball band fell off, and this one I rolled it up to do something with and didn't end up doing it. So let me put that back together again. I rolled it up to work with it. I forget what I was going to make with it. It might have been dishcloths. I don't remember anymore what I did with it. Or maybe I was going to make socks with it and then realized it was 100% cotton. That could be what I did too. But it's really pretty colors. You can kind of see it in here. Different shades of gray and green. There's the gray in here and greens. So it is really pretty. Let's see. It just has a color number, and that is 2021 is the name of the color. And it's 100% mercerized cotton. Let me see what the yardage is here. It's 100 grams. Oh, here we go. 251 yards, and I have 3. So there's going to be 500, roughly 750 yards. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, 250, 2 would be 500, and 2, I'm not worried about the 2 yards, and another 250, yeah, so 756 yards technically, but that's what it comes out to. So, yeah, all 3 of those together are $15. So, yeah. So we have that, and then I have 2 more. I have Liberty Wool Light, and I keep thinking I bought this up at Webb's years ago up in Massachusetts. It's really pretty. It's different shades of pink, and there's a gray in here. And it is 100% washable wool, and it's approximately 200 yards. The color is 6652. They didn't give it a name. But yeah, it is really, really pretty. So there it is. And this is selling for $6. And then my last one, the skein is kind of a mess because it came unhooked at one point, but I haven't ever used it. There's part of the tag, which actually broke at one point. But this is Araucania Ranco. It's considered a solid, but it's actually a tonal. Let's see, it is, does it say? Comes from Chile. It's 75% wool, 25% polyamide, so you could use it for socks if you wanted to. And the yardage is 376 yards. It does not have a does not have a weight on it here, but based on the needle size that I'm seeing on here, yeah, based on the needle size, they're recommending a US 3. So yeah, I'd say fingering to sock weight. So there it is. It's very pretty. And this one is selling for $12. So that is the end of what I've got for sale. Like I said, if you are interested in any of it, please contact me at KatrinasCreations@yahoo.com. Let me know what you're interested in. I will tell you what the total yarn cost would be. And then once I ship it out, I contact you with the tracking number as well as what the total came to. Because whatever your yarn price is, remember you will have shipping cost on top of that. And then you just pay me by check or by Venmo or PayPal. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoy some shopping. And I will see you tomorrow for our regular Saturday podcast. Thanks for watching. Bye, everybody.